Am I the a-hole for ghosting my date after he didn't defend me in front of his friends? A 20 female recently started going out with a guy 22 male from my university. We had been part of the same society for a few months, and after getting to know each other casually, he eventually asked me out. We've been on a couple of dates since then, and we're very much in the testing the waters stage. Everything had been going pretty well. He's sweet, attentive, and honestly quite good looking. So I felt optimistic about where things were heading. The issue came up last week when he invited me to attend a charity event his football team was organizing. He told me he wanted me to meet his teammates and said it would be a way of making things between us more official. I agreed happily. I don't really know much about sports, but he had already met my friends. So it felt like a natural next step for me to meet his. At first, the event went well. Most of the people he introduced me to were friendly, polite, and easy to talk to. I was starting to feel comfortable until I met two of his closest friends on the team. One of them heard my name and immediately looked surprised. He asked where I was from. For context, I'm an international student from India. I have a very traditional Indian name, but I'm paler than what many people stereotypically expect an Indian person to look like. When I told him I was Indian, he started joking about how he never would have guessed because I don't have an accent. I brushed it off at first, trying not to overthink it. But then the comments escalated. The guy standing next to him joined in and said that I was pretty for an Indian and that my date had good standards. At that point, I felt deeply uncomfortable. I didn't want to cause a scene at a charity event, so instead of confronting them, I excused myself. I moved away. Later, I brought it up privately to my date and explained how uncomfortable and offended I felt, especially with the way his friends spoke about my country and my ethnicity. He brushed it off and said they were just trying to compliment me. I told him that what they said was not a compliment and explained why it was offensive. He still insisted that they didn't mean it like that and that I was reading too much into it. At that point, I dropped the conversation and just waited for the event to be over. Once I got home, I stopped talking to him entirely. It's been a week now, and he's been repeatedly texting and calling me. He even reached out to one of my friends to ask about me. Today, that same friend told me during a lecture that he was asking for forgiveness and that I should just let it go. Now I'm second-guessing myself. I don't know if I took things too far by cutting contact completely. Should I have tried harder to explain my feelings? Should I let him talk and give him another chance to understand? Or was the fact that he didn't defend me in that moment enough to tell me everything I needed to know?